Uh, the person who's managing the project, they are, living their best life, hanging out with their family, playing golf and stuff like that. And you have total burnout because you are doing something that you never agreed to, and that really pisses you off, right? So that's what I was pretty much saying, right? So that's what we're getting into right now.
And then here comes the word, well, will you at least try? Careful, careful. It'd be very tempting right now to say, yes, I'll try. You must not say that. The answer is...
So why do you think you must not say that you will try? What's wrong with trying, right? Like, where is he getting at? What's wrong with trying? If somebody asks you, will you at least try, right? Is there something wrong with actually trying, right? What's wrong with trying? What does it imply when somebody asks you, will you at least try?
How dare you imply that I am not trying?
Exactly.
I've been trying this whole time. I am still trying. And you're suggesting to me that I'm not trying. I don't have any magic beans in my pocket. I cannot change reality. The numbers are as I've told you. You're going to have to deal with it. I am not going to try. You know, by the way, that you are tempted to say, yes, of course I'll try. And why are you tempted? Because you and I, frankly, did not get into this business because we like working with people.
We don't like confrontation, right? That's like, I don't like confrontation. I like when I tell you something that you accept it, but trust me, I've seen like you can give the most detailed advice and some people will utterly reject it, right? So you just gotta dust your shoes off and keep it moving, right? But we didn't get into this industry to be arguing with people and stuff like that. So now they say, well, will you at least try? And for some people, when you say I'll try, that's like signing a contract in blood, right? So because then once you tried and you don't get it, and they're like, but you promised, and like I never promised you this. Like, yeah, you told me you would try. Like, yeah, I tried. Like, no, but you promised. Like, saying I'll try is not a promise, and that's where the communication drops, and that's what you need to be able to. And this is why this is important, right? About estimation, about communication, about So let's keep watching.
And we're not very good at working with people. So in a confrontation situation where there's somebody in your face going, I need it by Friday, we want to get rid of them. We want them to go away. And if they say, will you at least try? You've got an easy way to make them go away. Yes, I'll try. Now go away. But here's the problem with that. The fact that you have said you will try will not change your behavior at all. There will be no different decision you will make, no different behavior you will use. It will change nothing about the outcome. It was a lie.
So, out of all the times you said you would try to do something, right? Has that caused you to work any differently than if you didn't say you would try? Because the intention was from the beginning that you were trying, right? And that's what he's saying. Like, that's kind of rude and offensive to ask me if I'll try, because that means that I wasn't trying before. Everything that we do, we are trying to do it until we succeed and complete it, right? So that's why I really appreciate this video and appreciate this speech and appreciate the book overall. The book is called The Clean Coder, where he specifically talks about this, right? But when you ask someone to try, you are implying that they weren't going to try in the beginning, right? But when I say I'll try, I just do exactly what I was going to do in the first place. Work on it. If I'm able to do it, then I'll do it, right? I haven't made it. To me, saying I'll try is not a commitment, but some people take it as a commitment. So
you told a lie, because you already are trying. And there's nothing you can do about your current uncertainty. To specify it and Let the chips fall where they may. You had a question up in the back, and I delayed it as long as I could.
I just want to say that the response we usually get is they only hear it the Wednesday. They don't hear it.
Yes, of course, right, yeah. You give them the best case, the nominal case, and the worst case, all they hear is the best case. And then they shorten it by 2 days. Right? Because they figure you're padding. Right? This is just a trust issue.
Isn't that what I was just telling you? Right? You give them these different cases, and especially when you just give a single number, they're going to take what they want out of it, and then they're going to shorten it even more, making your deadline impossible. And then they're going to tell you, oh, well, I told the client this, but that's not what I told you. So many times I've experienced that, right? Where we give a deadline and then they come back and say, oh, the client needs it this day. I'm like, so you're the project manager, manage, right? Just because the client needs it for something, that doesn't change our ability to type or code any faster, unless you want a code, something full of bugs that's untested, And sometimes they'll even say, oh yeah, we don't need unit tests. What? Are you serious? Come on. All right. So that's where we're at, right?
And we've had this problem all along, where developers will start padding on the back end, and then the managers start taking the padding off on the front end, and it's this constant race to see who the heck has got the most padding or can take it away. You give the range and you hold to the range, and then you improve the range when you have better knowledge.
So that was the video I wanted to share with you guys and give some commentary about giving honest estimations. All right. I really came up today and I shared it with my team. You know what? In order to help us to be in a better position is, instead of giving a hard date or something like that, because the business people, they love those hard dates, those deadlines to hold you by the neck by. But I think that as developers, we need to stick together and implore, don't let look out for each other, right? Because developers, the engineering team, right? So QA, developers, front end devs, back end devs, cybersecurity, all of those, right? Everyone who falls into that, right? Site reliability engineers, everyone who falls into that, right? That is your family. That's a brother and sisterhood, right? And if you see a developer or one of your peers trying to get pressured into trying, you have to stand up for them and hey, we are trying, all right? And we always try. You don't have to ask us to try for us to try. Every day we come to work, we're trying to push the project forward and stuff like that, right? So I recommend everyone in tech to read the book, right? And even the people who aren't in tech, on the business side, to have some understanding and compassion for the people in tech about you don't know what you're going to run into, right? So being able to, so that's what I'm saying. Consider when you're giving your estimates, right? The best case scenario, the worst case scenario, and the most likely scenario, right? So that they know and that they can set the right expectations, right? And they can go back to their clients, and say, all right, this is what we're looking at, right? And properly manage those expectations, right? So just wanted to share that. I think that I love Robert T. Martin, Uncle Bob. I've learned so much from him, and I'm still going through his books. There's so I have 2 of his books. There's so many of them that it'll just get you to be in one of the best spots possible. TDD, test-driven development, clean architecture, it's just really good stuff, right? So just wanted to share that with you. And with that being said, we can get started with our AWS Fargate. So
if you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.